Why do liberals like to say that abortion is healthcare when 95% of abortions happen just because they don't want the kid?
Without abortion, my son would not exist. I know that's going to be shocking to you, person who's sitting in a car using made up statistics, but I'm going to say it again. Without abortion, I would not have a child. Because my wife and I were older when we finally decided to have a kid, and we've had some complications in the past, and we know people in our life who were older who had kids who had complications, some of which nearly ended up with them dying. So when it came to us making a decision of whether or not we were going to have a child, we wanted to make sure that if there was an issue, my wife's life would be protected. And the thing is we live in Pennsylvania, a state which now every 4 years we have to worry about who's governor because that state could ban abortion. It could ban the choice. And across this country now, there are women who are bleeding out in hospital parking lots all the time, having to wait for a lawyer to make a decision with an Excel spreadsheet to see whether or not they can actually give them access to an abortion because the lawyers are now deciding who gets that health care instead of the doctors. And I didn't want my wife to go through that. She didn't want to go through that. We didn't want to go through that. But the good news was we currently have a Democratic governor in Pennsylvania. Right to abortion is still available. And so 2 years ago, we welcomed my son into this world. And now I get to say to everyone, if you want to have a kid, I would love you to have a kid. That'd be great. But taking away access, that's actually going to lead to less kids because it leads to more moms dying. So it leads to less people wanting to be moms and less husbands wanting to risk their wives. Okay? Fella, I'm assuming you're a fella. Honestly, you need to put your pronouns in the bio, bud. I have no idea what you are.